Ladies
Oh, no.
and gentlemen, the show is about to start.
It is.
It's Nelson time. It's Nelson time. It's Nelson. It's Nelson time. Oh, it's catchy. If you want to know what's going on, it's Nelson time, yeah. It's Nelson. It's Nelson time. Oh, yeah.
That's just Nelson.
I forgot about him. That is me. You know, the internet, it giveth and it taketh away. I was so mad because I had invested some of my precious seconds. You know, you only get so many seconds. What are you going to waste them on today? Are you going to waste them? Oh, they hooked me with the headline. Colossal squid filmed in the ocean for the first time. All right, daddy likey. Because here's the deal. Giant sea monsters means giant robots that men and women can ride around in and fight the sea monsters. Okay? So I got a vested science fiction interest in colossal squid filmed in ocean for the first time. And you know it's never going to be as colossal as you want it to be, but I mean, God, you're thinking at least the size of what, a Buick. Easy. Start looking at this picture. Hold on a second. I mean, it's really zoomed in, so, you know, you can't tell with the ocean around it, but man, that's not. Somebody put a hand in this picture. I want to see. First time that it's been discovered in 100 years, a colossal squid, 12 inches long. It's not even that, 11.8. You have rulers in your house. If you have one, it's longer than this stupid squid. Don't say 30 centimeters to make it sound bigger. Caught it on camera at a depth of 600 meters. It's about half a mile. Now, I mean, anybody can say it's going to get to such and such a size, but experts, whoever that might be, believe that the colossal squid can grow up to 23 feet in length and weigh just shy of a cow, making them the heaviest invertebrate on the planet. And there's just more of them hiding, apparently. They say it's hard to estimate the global population. You think you haven't seen them. You haven't seen one, so I guess it'd be kind of hard. They said they found some dead bodies. They wash up places, or they've been attacked by something else. Generally, they say they're out there though. I don't think the robots are coming anytime soon. My name is Nelson. Hi, we're just connecting for the first time. I'm a single father of two beautiful kids. Oh, love these dang kids. Love these kids. And this is my foray into podcasting. I'm nearly 20 years. You hear that? I'm a nearly 20 year. That's a fancy way to say 19 year morning radio veteran, and I'm currently. See, we got a fancy word for it. In radio, you're not fired. No. I mean, you are, but you're not unemployed is the word I'm looking for. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you quit. But you're not unemployed. You're on the beach, right? I guess, like denoting that apparently it's supposed to be a holiday from the stresses. From the stresses of being a morning radio guy. Pardon me. I got a quench. Not a thirst because I haven't been thirsty all day. No, because I started my day off nice and early. Got up. Got to get ready for the show, and some things that are coming up in the next couple of days. Actually, I got a big anniversary I'm going to celebrate. We'll talk about that on the show tomorrow, and also another podcast that has been recorded. And it was pretty exciting to start that because it's something that's near and dear to my heart. This is fun. this is us just messing around and passing the time. But what's going to be released tomorrow after the show is just maybe it's I don't want to get too I don't want to wax poetic too hard here, but it could be the defining moment in my career. So just dial it back. Dial it back a little bit. Got to say, I was a little nervous. I don't know why. Stupid. It just felt stupid to even be nervous. You've been doing this for years and years and years, but you do it a certain way, right? So you get used to the planning of a show. You get used to they call it a radio a clock, and how you would put the show together and build it. And you're building it around commercial segments and music and other things that the radio station wants you to take care of. And I found in recent days, weeks, months, a couple of years, really, that I'm a gun. I'm not a marksman, right? But I'm trying to every day just a little bit better, right? I've been hit over the head with the workout bug, right? I started doing a compounded. It's a fancy way to say it. I've had some like Manjaro basically put together for me. It's terzepatide is the what do you call it? The generic, whatever the actual drug is. And so in conjunction with that, for the first time ever in my 43 years, I'm putting together both a better diet and exercise. I would always do one or the other. So I get this rower. Oh, I've just been all boned up for a rower. God, I want a rower so bad. Well, I got lucky. It's like they say RVs and hot tubs. You're supposed to buy them used. Let somebody else take the hit. Just like a pool won't necessarily raise the value of your house. Did you know that? You put all this money into putting a pool, even if it's a fancy underground saltwater pool, even got all of that. It doesn't necessarily add value to your house, because what if I don't want a pool? And now I got to dig up this stupid pool? Get out of here. And so this rower was like a $2,000 rower. Humble brag. I got it for $100 on the old Facebook. Loaded it up. Only deal is like the I don't know, the thing that shows you how fast you're going. The box. The box is broke. It's got broke box. Broke box mountain. And so I got to buy a new one of those. And that's $200. So even at $300 in, right? It's like, what do they call it? Girl math. I'm paying myself to do it. But up to this point, I've had a friend of mine, her name's Casey. She goes, oh, hey, I have a gifted membership that comes with my membership to Peloton. So why don't you try this Peloton out? And so for like 60 days, you get to be a trial member of the Access. You don't have to have a Peloton machine. Now, obviously, they want you to have a Peloton machine if you want to be in the class and whatever else. But it's got thousands of hours of this stuff all recorded. And I'm a big boy. So it's nice being on the rower, because it's like something I can do. I can feel like I'm gassed, but at the same time, I can keep going. I can get back on, and I'm excited about it. So I got a buddy of mine, a guy named Gorman. I say buddy because, I want to be his buddy, but I just know him professionally, really. Like, I don't know if we've even touched human bodies. That's a weird way to say it. Like high five. I'm sure we've done a handshake. Probably a handshake is what men do at a certain point, right? You stop high fiving, I guess. I try to keep it alive. But my buddy Gorman, he goes, you got to try 75 hard. We're ready for this, man. He's got a rower too. So we're just connecting on Instagram about rowing. This is the dumbest community. Me and the guy with like the best beard you've ever seen. He's a G. But so I'm drinking all of this dang water on day one of the 75 hard. Because you got to put a gallon down. Put a gallon in. When was the last time you put a gallon of water in? And no flavoring. There'll be no flavoring in this home. Whoa, that was a gurgle. There'll be no flavoring in this home. And this gallon of water, man, it's going all right. Like I'm back in the saddle, as it were. Yeehaw! When it comes to getting in the water, it's not a big bother. Would I rather have flavoring? Yeah, but you know how expensive that meal was? I finally found a good one that worked, and it was like $7 a bottle. And the thing only filled up like a gallon of water. I'm like, God, And not that I want Kool-Aid, but a little Kool-Aid would be nice, right? Here's the thing about this 75 hard. It's like all in your face. It's hard. And if you fail one thing one time in the 75 days, you have to restart. Have to. I mean, you could cheat, I guess, but why would you do that? Why even start doing the 75 hard if that's what you're going to do? If you're just going to cheat. You don't want to be like that. If you can't follow the simple rules of 75 hard, then the program just isn't for you. And that's okay. Don't tie your self-worth to being able to follow the rules of 75 hard. Wuss. Go see a doctor? Nah, I'm not going to do that. Definitely not. No, that'll be a 100% no for me. Yes, no, there will be no doctoring. I think I can follow the rules. I like following rules. I like being set on a task. It's not community-oriented around making you feel better about yourself when you fail. We're trying to get better around here, bro. That's right. Just what the world needs. Another white, cis, hetero male with a rap air horn and a microphone. That's the stupidest person who's ever existed. Your day begins when you awake each morning, afternoon, or evening. Your man decides when he goes to bed. I mean, it's for men and women, but this is 75 hard. It's hard. Not difficult. 75 hard. Your day ends when you fall asleep, excluding naps. Each day you must drink 1 gallon of plain water. Do not add flavoring to your water. Okay. I can gulp down some water, man. But there comes a point where now it's just like a constant flow, right? Not that anyone wants to talk about that. It's not that kind of podcast. Sparkling water is probably not okay, but he didn't get it from the horse's mouth himself with this Andy Frisella. That's who came up with it. Andy Frisella. It's actually like a really well-rounded kind of intense deal here. You have to work out twice a day. Each of them must be 45 minutes long, and one of them must be outside. And it does not matter the weather. So if it's raining, I mean, it says don't put yourself in a tornado. But if it's raining, you rain it. You know what I mean? It's time to go. Okay, so if it's raining, you're getting out there. If it's snowing, you shouldn't have started the 75 hard in the winter. Should have been somewhere else. One workout must be outside where you'll be exposed to the elements. For example, if it's raining, you must get wet. Your safety is more important than completing the program. Don't put yourself in danger. Chores do not count as workouts. Workout must be strenuous or taxing to count. If you were already going to do it, regardless of participation, it doesn't count. Now, what if there was not a chance in hell that it was getting done before? Huh? Mowing the lawn? I gotta be better. Gotta be a better man. Be a better human. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book that you think will improve something about you. And luckily, recently, a friend of mine put me on to Atomic Habits. Okay, where you're trying to reframe the old mind. Okay. And I think this might be a story for another day, but I think I might be part like witch, okay? I've been casting spells on myself. I've been casting curses on myself, okay? But this friend had put me onto this book, and as I'm reading it, I'm going, okay, all right, I'll try positive self-talk. I don't know why it sounds stupid. Positive self-talk, or like talking about positive self-talk. You know what I mean? Like love yourself a little bit. I don't know. You follow a diet. This is 75 hard. It's my buddy Gorman wants to get on this. Doesn't even sound like a tough old name. Like just Gorman. Yeah, bro. He's not a bro at all, but just, like it's very tough. He's very tough looking. He will get through this 75 hard. Me, I'm going to reset. So we're reading a book. We're drinking a gallon of water. We're performing 2 workouts. I got 1 in. I've got my 45 minutes in. I didn't want a 45 minutes this morning. Oh, I Gotta do another 45. And I gotta do it outside. This says walking can do it, though. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be, what's his name that's always on Rogan. That's like the Navy SEAL, and he's like, you gotta eat rocks. And then you crap out knives. No, sharp ones, too. Goggins, right? There's Walton Goggins, and then there's David Goggins, I think. Goggles? I don't know. I know he's intense. You don't got to be that. You just have to, make a workout. It's got to be, just got to get your heart rate up. Follow a diet. You get to choose the diet. But there is not a cheat day in the diet. For example, if you choose to follow the diet of no snacks, food, or meals after 9 p.m., like an intermittent fast situation, and you eat a peach at 9:05, fail. Instant fail. Do not pass go. Do not collect. What is it, $200? It's been a long time since I played Monopoly. Monopoly is a hard word to get out. Similarly, if you're following a strict keto or paleo diet, you eat a slice of white bread. Fail. Can be a little quicker with the buttons. No alcohol. Non-alcoholic drinks like O'Doul's are okay. Andy, who's the guy who came up with this whole thing, mentions nothing about other intoxicating substances. So you can smoke all the Marlboro Reds you want to, apparently. Marijuana, mushrooms. So, hey, man, as long as they're keto, I suppose. Take a progress picture every day. Don't forget. And that's it. 75 hard. And it's hard because you're not supposed to, you're supposed to live so hard, man. It doesn't have to be that way. But that's all right. We're practicing positive self-talk in 2025. Sure. You've heard about the Pope at this point. But have you heard this? Prophecy might be fulfilled. We'll get into that. Coming up.
You're listening to That's Just Nelson. That's just Nelson.
It is. It is just Nelson. Guy had to get a set of branding, okay? So that's what I came up with. That's just Nelson. And I think it fully encapsulates who I am. Like, oh, that's just Nelson. He's just an idiot. You know what I mean? He's just like, he's a couple of screws loose. No, why? Why? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? The idea for this and kind of a network of radio stations, not radios. I'm not on the radio right now. It's a podcast network, I suppose. But it all harkens back to when I first left California. I chased a radio dream in California, and I was not, I don't know. I was supposed to go there for certain reasons, and that's something that I'm going to get into tomorrow for a very special anniversary tomorrow. But otherwise, it was not a great idea. Shouldn't have done that one. And so when I first came back, I had come up with the idea of, well, let's start a podcast. We'll call it This Used to Be a Radio Show. And so that's where we'll start to see the TU number 2 BARS tubers. That's what we say. Hashtag your tubers. If you're a fan of the show, when you become a fan of the show, you're a tuber. Tubers, you got to have a name, right? I like it. It fits. Little A. This used to be a radio show. So that's the overarching kind of network here. And then the show today, That's Just Nelson. It's a little daily pick-me-up. Something to get you through. So the Pope died, 88, stroke, subsequent heart failure in his home, and it happened yesterday morning, Easter Monday. I remember in my whole life called it Easter Monday, but yesterday it was everything. Easter Monday, Easter Monday, Easter Monday. Is that a thing? Do people call it Easter Monday? I grew up Lutherish. Lutheran. We went to church a couple of times on like a Wednesday. It was just the strangest thing. Oh, beautiful Savior. Francis, who twice almost died when hospitalized, most recently in February, 88, it's a long time to make it with the type 2 diabetes. Okay, he had the diabetes, and 88. That's some good years you're putting in there. So he's breaking tradition, they say, as he wants to be buried in Santa Maria Maggiore Church. The long-standing Vatican tradition is popes are usually buried with much fanfare. The grottos. It's kind of like a Game of Thrones situation there. I don't like it. I think grotto sounds too, I think immediately, what's his name? With the bunnies. Hugh Hefner. That's all I think of with grotto. I don't think of nice in grotto. It's naughty. Grottos are naughty. Why would you want, I understand why Francis wants to go. It's naughty. It's naughty. I've lived through 3 popes now. This would be my 4th pope. Do you get it like a bonus at the 4th pope? Of course, we had Francis, who revolutionarily recognized that the gays and lesbians are also humans too. Go figure. Go figure. A guy is supposed to love everybody. Everybody loved everybody. Everybody loved everybody. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good dude. And then you had the zombie one, right? That guy quit. I never remember his name. I don't remember it, never, but I remember the face because it'll haunt me forever. And then you got old JPT, John Paul II. That was my pope, dude. I didn't have a pope, but that was my pope. JPT. Represent me. That's a nice rhyme there. I didn't even know that was coming. We got to experience that one together. All right, so here's how it works. Now, at this point, we're waiting for Voldemort to come out and tell us who the new pope is, right? Ralph Fiennes. He's just gonna come out in his robes. I don't think. By the way, that's how you say his name, Ralph Fiennes. Okay, Ralph, not Ralph. He ain't Ralph Fiennes. I think he'll answer to it, but he'll hate you for it. So here's how it works. The cardinals are going to meet Tuesday morning, and they're going to decide the date of the Pope's funeral. So that was, I guess, today they met. I didn't see this. We could fix this in post, but we're not going to. They will decide today, between 4 and 6 days after his death, when it will happen. How are they going to pick the next pope? How does this papally happen? Okay. How's the papa going down? Well, the conclave formally begins. That's what they call it, the conclave, after the papal vacancy, usually 15 to 20 days after the death or resignation. Remember, zombie guy, he resignated. Cardinals under 80 years of age vote secretly. I love the idea of just a bunch of cardinals running around, and then, all of a sudden, Cardinal William wrote, maybe, in on my ballot. Yes, no, maybe Pope. I don't know. They put their ballots in. They read, I elect as Supreme Pontiff. Sounds tough. Sounds like he should be able to fight. A 2/3 majority of votes is cast and needed for a candidate to be elected. After each round of voting, ballots are then burned. So that's where all the smoke comes from. So it comes out of the Sistine Chapel, and when it's black, it indicates that it was an inconclusive vote. And while white smoke signals that a new pope has been elected. But how about this? This next pope may be bringing about the end of days. They call it the prophecy of the popes. Purportedly penned in the 1100s by Saint Malachi. It is said to enumerate 112 popes. The list is nearing its conclusion with only a mention of Peter the Roman remaining before the apocalypse. Now, the very next line of the story says, yeah, well, it was pretty precise up until about 1590. So it's like, the Mayan calendar, they just got tired. The world didn't end. They're just like, this is probably enough. 2012? No, who's going to remember to 2012? So they stopped making it. They got bored. They moved on to something else. Now, they've linked Peter the Roman to Pope Francis because of his Italian roots. I mean, that's like really a stretch. The concluding entry regarding Peter the Roman, who's prophesied to ascend to the papacy, papacy in 2027 states that this last pope will guide the church through a period of extreme upheaval, culminating in the destruction of Rome and the end of the papacy. Oh no. Even Nostradamus was scribbling notes about it as well. So basically what happened was back in the day, there was like no one to like say, no, Nostradamus, you didn't come up with that yourself. And he ripped off this St. Malachi. And just Nostradamus ends up getting more of the pub because people know who he is. Nostradamus, that's the guy who he did the Great Fire of London, apparently, Napoleon, Hitler, and WW2. Separate, different reasons. 9/11, I feel like they were stretching with 9/11. An interpretation that connects Nostradamus' quatrains about earth-shaking fire and the new city to the 9/11 attacks. And then kind of short shrift out of all of it is the French Revolution. That just kind of gets tossed in there, but I think you got to take that one with a grain of salt, probably. But the next pope could be the end, could bring about the end of days. The one thing that doesn't make any sense to me in that story is that they said that Francis is the Roman, but Francis is supposed to give way to the Roman. It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. Peter the Roman. He's bringing about the end of days. Get ready.
News team!
The latest news.
The Jay Leno of News Inc.
Determining what's fake or not.
Don't bury the lead on That's Just Nelson.
A new report says nearly half of Gen Z job seekers are ghosting companies that don't include salary info, which is wild because when I was their age, I just felt lucky to be exploited transparently. Gen Z's out here cutting employers loose like a divorced dad 30 minutes before a Bumble date. A Columbia student was suspended after creating an AI tool to help people cheat on coding interviews. But don't worry. He's already raised about $5.3 million to scale the operation, and to think all you got for dropping out of college was that rash. Kind of get a good cream for that one. Elizabeth Hurley, you know her? She's the one who's always in the headlines because she's 50 and hot, I guess, still. Like, that's enough. Her son Damien has come out in support of his mother's new relationship with Billy Ray Cyrus. He was just happy for a headline that didn't require the extra safe search. Are you sure you want to see this? Yes, I do. There's only so many thirst traps your mom a kid can take, and we get it. She aged like wine, not the Nazis at the end of the Last Crusade. Chipotle, it is making a bold move. It's announced it's expanding into Mexico, which is a real bonus since you can get the pills you need to counteract the hepatitis you get from the rice bowl right across the street. And that's convenient. You know, at least when the British would invade, they had the decency to know they were dicks. Like, Chipotle smiles, charges you $2 extra for guacamole, and then sets up a shop 30 feet from where it was invented. And lastly, President Trump has announced that he wants to put a golden dome over America. When comparisons to Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system were drawn, the president assured reporters that ours would be totally different. And when pressed on it, allegedly all he said was, gold. Obviously. He didn't say the obviously part. I said the obviously part. Every day, you'll have an opportunity to score the podcast here. Part of the This Used to Be a Radio Show network that we're building. Tomorrow, a big day for me, an anniversary, a birthday of sorts, as they call it. And the launch of maybe my life's mission. You'll have to find out. At That's Just Nelson. That's how you can find me across all social media. You'll be able to see a video version of this up on YouTube as well. Everything's That's Just Nelson. It's all kind of Conveniently branded, I suppose. 402-302-1005. That's the show's number. You can take voicemails, text messages, sure. Now message and data rates, they may apply. I have to tell you that legally, but otherwise, let this be the reminder. Take your pills. There's a reason why you've been feeling good. It's because they work. I'll catch you tomorrow.
That's just Nelson. This used to be a radio show presentation.
I'm Penny Nelson.
My name is Rowan Nelson.
Thank you for listening to this show.
Thanks for listening to the show.
Have a good day and have an awesome day.
I love you too.